Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another Daily Dice, where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. Keeping in mind that these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links necessary below in the description box where you can email me for a personal reading, and I'll get you out further information from there. You may also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I do hope to see you there. Memberships are now live, and if you're interested in becoming a member, there's a join button down below. And when you click on that, it will show you the 3 levels that I have available, as well as the options that come with each level. So I do hope to see you over there. And if not, thank you for your continued support here. Just want to clear the area. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and hop into your reading and find out what is today's Daily Dice message, source. What is today's Daily Dice message? What would you like us to know today, source? What is today's Daily Dice message? Okay, so we've got the 3rd house, we've got Cancer energy and Pluto. So this is interesting because for some reason this week we've got messages about the twin flames, and this is something that's come up too. The one that I did yesterday, I'm hoping these get uploaded in the order that I've recorded them, but I never ever truly know. But I did do one that came in with this energy of transforming and holding on to the belief of the twin flame and who it has to be, and leaving yourself in an energy of waiting. And this is so interesting because these are the same energies except for the 3rd house. We got Cancer energy and Pluto energy, but it was actually the 8th house and the moon that came out instead. Very similar energies coming in here though. Okay, so we're looking at a love reading today in regards to the twin flames, and there's this change that's happening. There's this change that has to happen. There's this rebirth, and it's almost like letting go of it has to happen in this order. It has to happen through these steps. It has to happen exactly like this. And they want me to talk on this for just a second, where the twin flame journey in itself is so unique for everybody, right? For those of you that claim to be on the twin flame journey, and I say claim because it doesn't mean it's wrong and it doesn't mean it's right. It's your experience, and that's fine, right? That's right for you, and that's what matters. And so when you're on the twin flame journey, the truth of the journey is actually not about union. And so many people talk about how it's about union, but through my own experience, I've learned it's actually about coming into union with Source and allowing Source to guide you, and sometimes guide you through things that feel very, very scary, and letting go of certain beliefs here that feel extremely like I'm going to lose a part of myself, because the twin is known as our other half of our soul, not our other half in the physical, but the other half of our soul in the 5D. And it's like, if we're letting them go in the physical realm, then what happens? And we have to remember that there is no separation. There's physical separation, but there is no actual separation. That's just an illusion, because most of this physical realm is a very huge illusion that we're learning to manipulate and to use our will to manifest our desires. But what they're showing here is just holding on to something and not allowing the transformation that needs to happen. There's been a lot of healing that's going on, and especially if you identify with the divine feminine, there's been a lot of healing that's going on, and this expectation that the masculine is just going to come forward through that healing. However, there's this pull energy where it's like, or this pushing energy where it's saying like, oh, the divine feminine is waiting for me so I can take as long as I want. And what they're saying here is that you have to put yourself in a position where you let them know, and not in the physical realm. This is an energy, right? This is all energetic level. This is you choosing yourself for once, not choosing the connection, not choosing the journey because of the connection, not choosing union, right? You're choosing yourself above all else, and you're choosing your connection with source above all else. And so there's this need to choose yourself here and do what's right. And sometimes that means going and finding out what else is out there and connecting with other people right now. And source is going to bring you closer to your soul tribe. And in doing so, we all have multiple soulmates. You're going to draw closer to some soulmates in your life as well. And when you connect with those soulmates, it's going to put you in an energy where you're no longer waiting for your twin flame to come forward, but rather you're going to be living and enjoying your life. And I know a lot of people are like, no, I do that already. But if you're not going out there and seeking connections, not love, connections, right? Then you're still in an energy of waiting. And that's what it is. It's like asking yourself to outgrow that, right? Build your confidence. We have Aries, Leo, Sag, confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. You know, we can love ourselves so much, but if we don't have someone that's moving forward towards us, it can put us in an energy of lack and poverty and saying, obviously I'm not worth their time right now. Like maybe I'm doing something wrong, or maybe I'm not growing enough, or maybe I haven't healed enough. But with the dice here, we see that you have healed. We see that you have released so much, and they have to figure it out on their own too. But you deserve, see, look, I love you. These are powerful words. You deserve to love yourself enough to go and explore what other options are out there for you. It doesn't mean you have to say yes, and it doesn't mean that you have to say no. What it means is that you're just exploring the infinite possibilities that exist within this realm. That, yeah, this is my twin, but there's also an infinite amount of possibilities for me to express and to experience love in other ways, right? To be fierce for yourself. You fought so hard on this journey, and this is like a reprieve for you. It's time for you to take a break. It's time for you to experience some sort of, like, it's downtime. It's almost going down the hill. But right now, your twin is in this energy and feeling your energy where you're not experiencing another person, or where you're not entertaining other people. And so it's like a pushing energy where you're actually repelling them, not intentionally, right? But it's just an energetic level thing. It's time for you to ebb and flow. And ebb and flow means at some point you're going to have to choose yourself. There is a lot of passion and chemistry between you, but it doesn't mean that that cannot exist with other people. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I've tried. But what they're saying now is that you've healed. You've come down this long road, and there's still a long way to go. And no one deserves to be on that journey alone. And right now you're being asked to draw closer to your soul tribe. Okay? And your soul tribe is going to come through you asking and making new connections. It's not about isolation. This is, yeah, look, soulmates flipped over. I cannot make this up. Soul connection, partnership, soul contract, and life partner. Okay, not all of us are meant to be in union. Some of our twins will choose to live in the 3D realm. That's just, free will exists. No matter what people say, we have to look at the possibility that free will exist, and there are going to be some twins that choose to not be in union. And that's so difficult because they're saying that this is the most ultimate love relationship that we have, but the purpose of our healing is to realize that we're already in love and complete on our own and in a soul level. We're looking for a physical somebody to go on the journey with us. And if it's not who we believe is our twin, then Source will bring us someone who will fulfill that role in our lives. And that's scary sometimes. And this is a very controversial topic in this journey. And I get that. But see, look, we have poker face. Taking a chance. Risks and options. Not showing a hand and gambling. But this feels like a gamble to you. Right? I don't want to. I don't want anybody to see this part of myself. I don't want to do this. I don't want to go down that road because it's scary. What if? Well, what if there were no more what ifs and there was just what is? And what is if your twin flame has been a long time in silence and not coming towards you, why sit around and wait for them? Would you wait for someone else if it wasn't your twin flame? Water, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. You've been feeling this pull for a little while. We have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This is something that's been on your heart for a while, but to express it in the open is what scares you. Mutable. We have Gemini, Virgo, Sag, and Pisces. Surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. Look, I cannot make this up. Okay? There's something else out here for you to experience in this time frame, and if you don't go through the process of it, how can we ever come into union if we don't go through the whole process of what we agreed to come here to do? Romance. Yeah, they're saying there is romance out there for you. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. Is this what you're getting from your twin? And you could be in the 5D, yes, but they're saying in the physical realm. We're not meant to live a physical life in the 5D all the time. That's not why we manifested here on this plane. We came here to live the physical realm, right? And I know that's difficult, and I know it's frustrating because it's like, but it has to be this way. But Source has plans that we might not understand, right? Yeah, because you need to see your own beauty. And sometimes that means talking with other people who find you attractive, right? Instead of just waiting around in silence and saying, oh, well, I know they think that I'm attractive. There's always going to be that doubt that creeps in. Source saying, this is my message to you. This is a message about invocation of spirit, invocation of Source, sitting down and speaking with Source. This is Source saying, I'm coming through giving this message. This is my message. The only card in this deck that talks about connecting with Source, and it's the one that came out. It's like Source is saying, this is my message. This is what I want you to know. What is the shadow aspect here? Hard. Things are just difficult. You need space to sort out your feelings to know what to do. It's hard to go through your feelings and say, oh my gosh, like you're asking me to give up something that I've been holding on to for so long. But you're not giving it up. You're letting it go and surrendering. When you allow yourself to explore other options. Drowning, you're going under and barely keeping things afloat, ask for help. And this is how I feel like you are feeling when it comes to this connection. This is what not a lot of people know about you. It is a difficult connection. It is not something I would wish on anybody. I'm not going to go up to everybody I meet and say, I really wish you were on a twin flame journey too. Like, that's not something I would ever wish, because this is the most difficult journey ever. Okay, it's not easy. This is not something that's like, oh, you're going to do XYZ steps and everything's going to be peachy keen for you. No, that's not how it's designed. It's designed to challenge us. It's designed to make us question what we know. It's designed to make us question our faith so we can really trust in the messages that Source is bringing to us. Right? Look, I can't make this up. Date. Get back out there. Meet someone new. Setting a date. Date online. Do something different. You need to see how attractive you really are. There's still a doubt that keeps creeping up here. But it's heartbreak. Deeply hurt and sad. Feeling lost. Grieving and despair. And breakup. This is what you're feeling when it comes to your twin flame right now. Of course you are. Because how could this person that I love and that supposedly loves me so deeply, how could they do this? Right? Because you need to remember how amazing you are. And sometimes it does take validation from other people to remind us of that. Even though we're validating ourselves. Like if we're going our whole lives in solitude and isolation, we begin to believe that we're not worthy of even connecting with our twin, because we're not allowing ourselves the opportunity for someone to tell us that we're handsome or beautiful or incredible. Because we're so scared. What if I actually fall in love with someone that's not my twin flame? What if there were no more what ifs? The snake, competition and enemy, the other woman looking over your shoulder. This is the energy that we're running into right now with the twin flame community, is the competition. Everybody's so worried about the third party. Everybody's worried about the other woman or the other man right here. This like idea that they're out to get me and they're out to cause so much mayhem and havoc in my life. And in reality, they're not. They're just a part of your twin's journey at this time. Just like it's fair for you to go on and live your life to the best of your ability. And that means all aspects of life. Love, experience, adventure, playfulness, work, success. Everything that encompasses for you. But you have to make that decision. No one can make that decision but you. And that's why it's so important. I feel like this is just such a message that's coming out that like Source is saying, just try something different for a while so you can get out of your head so that things aren't so hard and pulling you under, right? You are in a place of deep heartbreak, but you need to see how beautiful you are. You're blindfolded to how incredible you are because you're waiting and waiting and waiting. And it might not feel like you're waiting, but there's an energy about you that's saying, I am waiting, okay? And this has just been a message that's been coming through this week. Like, it needs to be heard. There's someone out there that needs to be told it's okay. And I feel like that's the thing. It's like someone here needs to hear it's okay if I go and I explore other options. Because there's a fear that's around this right now that's saying, but I'm being told by everyone else I have to live with this heartbreak. That is not what we were designed for. That is not what we were brought to this earth for. It does not mean that our journey is meant to be easy, but we're not meant to live in a constant state of despair because of whatever else is going on, or because we're making this grand love into a competition. That's not what it's about. That's a furthest thing from what it's about, okay? I love you. I'm sending you a gigantic hug. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little diamond down below and say, I chip away at the edges so I can see the gem that resides inside, which is me. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.